Chi-Fi. Chi-Fi. I only recently heard this word. I really dig it. Chi-Fi, Chinese hi-fi. Anyway, today we're checking out some Chi-Fi. This is a mini Class D amplifier slash streamer slash... It's got everything. This is from Arylic Audio. And when I say everything, it even has a phono stage. I've never seen a phono stage in one of these mini Class D amps out of China. So I'm really curious. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. Some folks are saying it's not so great. Price tag is worth $399. Price tag is $399. So the bar is set pretty high. So let's open this, check it out.
Channel 33 RPM.
The Arylic H50 is a wireless Class D stereo amp which pushes a reported 50 watts per channel and is packed with way more features than I will probably ever use or have time to go over in this video. Features include Apple AirPlay, Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, and Bluetooth 5.2 aptX HD. In terms of Wi-Fi, it can connect to both 2.4 and 5G networks. It's also got an HDMI ARC connection. It's got a USB in. And as I mentioned, for us record collectors who like to keep up with the digital technology, the H50 has a phono stage. Phono stage, that sounds cool. You can also download the 4Stream app to get more features, including a 10-band equalizer, integration with music services, and the ability to sync multiple amps for multi-room listening. The A50 retails for $399 US, almost $400 US, which isn't cheap, but let's find out if it's worth it. I forgot to mention, this amp was provided to me for review purposes, but as always, my opinions are my own. First of all, this box is hefty. It's got a bit of weight to it, so let's see what's inside here. This is my first time. Opening it. All right, took the box off. We got manual. H50 manual. Here's the actual amplifier. All right, bigger than I thought. Here's the front. We'll plug it in a bit. Here on the back, what do we have here? We got the Bluetooth antenna. We got the speaker ins. We have the phono inputs. We have the grounding terminal for the record player. Okay, well look at this. We have 8 ohm or 4 ohm switchable outputs. We got a line in, we got a subwoofer out, we got optical in, we got the HDMI ARC in, we have the USB in, we have the connection for your router, for your internet if you don't want to go wireless, and you have the Wi-Fi antenna there. I got a little DAC there as well, so that's pretty cool. The front you have this screen, on, off, and volume mode switch. I'm kind of curious to find out what that is all about and how it works. This appears to be the remote control, the antenna, and a wire. I'll show you that later. And here is the power source. So I don't want to waste your time. What I'm going to do is off camera hook this all up to my stereo in here. I'm going to live with it for a bit and come back with my full review.
Channel 33 RPM.
All right, I'm back. I've lived with the Arylic H50 for a week or so. I've been using it here in my music room, and before I get into this, I gotta say my expectations were really low for this. And this is largely because of a review I watched from a popular audio YouTube channel, and he hated this. He hated the H50, so I went into thinking this thing is gonna suck. But I had a different experience. He talked about, he was listening to Nirvana Unplugged, and he noted that there was no gapless playback. There was a gap between the songs. I didn't experience that at all. He used Amazon Music. I used Spotify. I don't have Amazon Music, but it played fine. It was gapless. It was gapless. He also noted the tone controls. It talked about bass and treble, and said the bass is basically +1, +2, -1, -2. And again, that wasn't my experience. Let me show you here. Here's the app. This is the 4Stream app. Just go to EQ, and there's a multi-band equalizer, and there's a bunch of presets. So I want to get that out of the way. That was my prejudice going into this review, that this would suck. Anyway, here's the pros and the cons. All right, the number one pro, this is pretty obvious, and we mentioned this earlier in the video, and that this thing is the Swiss Army knife of amplifiers. It's just got so much in it. So much so that I didn't use all the functionality on this, and I likely never will. I did not try the HDMI ARC. I did not try the subwoofer out, but I did stream music in my office here to my Fluence tower speakers, and I also connected my turntable to here, my Technics SL1200 Mark II, and I did also stream via Bluetooth from my computer. So I did test that functionality. I was impressed with really how much this amplifier could do. Now, did it sound awesome? Did it sound like a vintage Marantz amp? No, it didn't. It sounded okay. Like I had to play with it a bit using the equalizer on the 4Stream app that you need to download to get this thing to work. It sounded okay. It sounded a little bit thin at times. The phono stage, the phono preamp, it's not great. I like the fact it has this digital display. You can see what's going on. You turn it, you see the volume, and you push the physical knob. There's a physical knob on there, which I like as well. You push the physical knob. You push the physical knob, and you can switch from the various inputs. So I like that. I like having some physical stuff to touch, and I like having a physical display to look at. All right, let's talk about the cons. I mentioned the physical display. I dig it, but it is a little dated looking. It's nothing special. It's a small nitpicky kind of thing. I also would have loved to have physical tone controls. It wasn't to be. There's not a lot of room on here, so I guess that's a pipe dream. That's not going to happen. The other con here, the obvious one, is the price. $399 US, $400 US. Not chump change. This thing is not cheap, but for that you are getting a fully loaded box. There is a lot of functionality here. That said, I have heard better Class D amps that do cost less, but those amps don't come with all these bells and whistles. All right, let's talk about the bottom line. You get a lot here for your money. You can use it as a Bluetooth receiver, a streamer. You can play records through this. You can hook it up to your TV. It is super versatile, but that comes with a price. Comes with the price, $400 in this case. Is it worth it? Perhaps. If you're looking for a small all-in-one audio solution, just keep your expectations in check. The lack of physical controls and the fact you need to download an app is going to bug some people. In terms of sound, it does the job, but there are better options out there for less. That said, if you pay less, you're also going to get less of the functionality. Kudos to Arylic for selling an amp that does so much. Also kudos to the designers of this amp for including a phono input. That said, the phono input wasn't the best. It does the trick, but you just, again, keep your expectations in check. All right, 33ers, have you tried this amp out? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and thank you for watching to the end of the video. I do appreciate your time. Have a great rest of the week. I'll be back again real soon. Enjoy your summer. Until then, keep on spinning.